Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back at it again. We appreciate all the support. But today, as you see from the title, can you fish on a budget?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. The answer to that is yes.
Very easily too.
And quite frankly, we've all been lied to. I think there's, the companies, they want to push their premium products, and I understand, and there's some products that we have that are top of the line, but most of what we use you can get fairly cheap. Setups we're going to be going over with you here in just a little bit, actually they came from Walmart, so it's very affordable. You do have to be careful as to what you get, but you can go go fishing and it'd be very affordable. One of the reasons we started this channel, we like going out, we enjoy the outdoors, but as you see in the name of our channel, Reel West Virginia. Reel means real adventures, for the everyday person. Not everybody can go out, spend $300 on a rod and reel combo. Not everybody has the money to go out and spend $150 on a rod and reel combo. The combos that we're going to go over today, every one of them, all three of them, were under $100, and they've performed very well, wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Yeah, so two of the setups are actually his.
Yeah.
One of them is mine. The Baitcaster will be going over and showing you. I've actually used it, and I do use it. I think it does really well. They're very smooth, very durable. We've put them through the test. So the first combo we want to start out with today is one. I've actually got two of these combos. It is the Lew's Xfinity. It comes from Walmart. It's a 6-foot medium light fast action combo. When I originally purchased this combo, I think I paid $70 for this one. They had marked them down to $55, and then actually my oldest son went to our local Walmart about a month ago, and he found them on sale, and he actually got that one for $33. So I've got two of these, and they perform flawlessly. You'll see I've got 10-pound braid on this rod and reel setup. I tie a fluorocarbon. I usually go with a 10-pound leader fluorocarbon setup, and I've caught some really nice fish. I've actually caught my personal best largemouth on this last year at a local lake. I'll show you that here as well, but it's done really well. The drag is really smooth. I feel confident in hooking anything that I get into as far as what I'm going to catch around here. It is only 6 foot. I like it because a lot of the places I like to get to, especially even on the local lake here, I like to take my kayak, I like to get into the lily pads, and I like to pitch underneath the overhanging trees. And with this little rod and reel and this little combo, I'm able to do that very well. I have to be careful though when the lily pads get real big, because they do get thick, and I got to watch pulling out, but that braid does a very good job. Another reason I really like this combo and the smallness of it is the local streams I like to wade, we like to float, and some of that is skinny water situations. So with the compactness of this setup, again, I'm able to cast wherever I'd like, and I've actually got this one set up right now. You'll see with a 1/16 ounce jig head with an Eco Crawl on it. That's been my go-to bait. That's what I've caught my bass on so far this year. I've only got to go a couple times, and really one time really got after them. In about an hour I caught three nice little, well, they weren't nice, but three little largemouths, and had a good time. So, but that's the first setup, and like I said, you can still get this at Walmart. It is very inexpensive. I think it runs around $55, and it does very well. What you get though, when you get into the higher end rods, there are benefits. If you can afford it, that's great. If you can't, you can go fishing on a budget. You don't have to break the bank to go fishing. Although in some of my tackle, if you ask my wife, I do spend a little bit there. But it's not necessary. You definitely can fish on a budget if you want to.
My first pole that I bought on my own is a 7-foot medium Lew's reactor. It's a pretty nice little pole. I think I got it for about 80 bucks.
I think it's 80 bucks, 75, 80 bucks. Walmart once again.
10 bearing system, and it's done everything I needed it to do.
It's got a super smooth drag on it. The reel, like I said, he said it's 10 bearings,
Yeah.
very smooth. It's more beefier in my setup. I use that setup. We use one another's.
Yeah.
He actually, on the setup that I was talking about,
I caught the first fish on his, then he caught the first fish on one of my poles.
so we just interchange. We go back and forth and use each other's setups. But his, with that medium power, it does good. He can pull them out. He's caught some decent fish on it. He can handle, some heavier situations where I can't. But, once again, that is a Walmart rod and reel setup. It's set up with 10-pound fluorocarbon line. We do a lot of river fishing around here. We have the lakes. We do hook into some nice ones from time to time, but for our everyday fishing, it does the job. It can do the job for you as well. And Lew's, we're not sponsored by Lew's or anything. Those are just two of the combos that we have found while we've been out. When you go with the more inexpensive setups, you do have to be careful, because once you get into a certain price point too, they are cheaply made. You just have to be careful. If you look, you do some research, you read reviews, you will find those little hidden gems, and there's plenty of them out there. That's for sure. Again, if you're going to be out fishing tournaments and you're doing this every single day, yeah, you're probably going to want some more heavier duty setup. We're getting into the spring and summer. We're going to be fishing quite a bit, but it still meets our needs. Even the setups I have for my wife, they're very much affordable. They're nothing over $100 setups. I mean, we do find value, we do get quality, but you too can find the same thing if you're patient. As far as what we got rigged up on it right now I have a little just Yum Dinger Texas rigged. It works good. It's a little 4-inch, but we'll throw lizards on that. I'll even throw up to 8-inch lizards on that. We'll throw small crankbaits on this setup, and it handles it just fine. So far, we've not had any issues. I talked earlier about the quality you might get when you get a more expensive rod and reel setup, is the weight. It will be lighter, but again, I'm not out making 1,000 casts every day with this rod. He's not making 1,000 casts every day with this rod.
I'd like to be.
He'd like to be, but it does what we need it to do. All right, up next in our setups, our budget-friendly setups. Once again, Walmart. This is a bait caster. This is his. He purchased this one. Now he caught the first fish on mine. I broke this one in for him, so I caught the first fish on this, and actually caught it on the spinnerbait that I have set up on it right now. But it is an Abu Garcia. It's a Vengeance. It is a medium heavy rod with a fast action. We use this one to throw our heavier baits. This is something we sling a lot of top waters with. I mentioned local lake we fish has a lot of lily pads, and when I say a lot of lily pads,
It's like half the lake.
it's half the lake, and they are thick. By early June, you better have some heavy duty line. Now this here, it just has a 10-pound fluorocarbon on it. Probably going to upgrade that. The bait casters that I have, and they're still budget friendly. They didn't come from Walmart, but they're a little older. They're not as smooth as this one, but I've got 30-pound braid on those, and that's what I'll throw my top waters. When I'm frogging, when I'm getting back into that thick stuff, or if I'm, pitching a jig into that stuff, I've got a heavy braid on. But this one here, we burn out in open water, and before the lily pads get up, we use that. As far as the reel, it is has 5 bearings. Not the best, not the worst, but it's one of those. It performs well for us. It's smooth, has a pretty decent drag, and again, for budget-friendly setups, you really can't go wrong with it, and it's good. We can even throw some lighter weight lures on it, and they do just fine. Of course, we can't get too light, but this is, you know, we use largemouth. We use it for smallmouth when we're on the river floating or wading. So overall, a good setup. Yeah, this one here was around 80 bucks. So as you see in all three setups, this one I think this one was the most expensive, at around $80. The Lew's open face reactor that came from Walmart, that one was around 75 or 80 bucks, and those were the more expensive. And then my little, you know, lightweight setup that I have, it actually, I think I gave around 70 for it, and it's on sale right now at our local Walmart for 55 bucks. Very good setup. And I took this one about a week ago or 2 weeks ago and trout fished with it. I took off my 10-pound fluorocarbon and I added a 6-pound leader to it, and went trout fishing and caught 5. So I mean, I'll use it all the way from trout up to catching bass. And I can show you some video of past catches that we have. I don't have anything on video with this setup. It's just getting broke in. I've not had any video to go with it, but the other ones we got video with it. And like I said, I caught my personal best largemouth with this setup.
That was our first video.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that was the very first video that we did on this channel. But what we want this channel to be is real. You know, I have a 9-to-5 job, you know, and I just enjoy getting in the outdoors. You know, we don't put a lot of money into it. We put enough, but we want to have fun. And what we want to do is take you guys on adventures with us. We want to show you those adventures, because what we see so much on TV, and I watch it and I love what I see. I've learned so much, but for the everyday guy, you know, owning the $70,000 bass boat is always real. Owning, you know, 10 rod and reel combo setups that are $300 each, that's not every day. Like I said, I do have some nice setups, you know, but my everyday use, you see it, that's what we use, and it does the job. You know, I have just as much fun, get just as much enjoyment out of it as anybody else, and that's what it's about. You know, we want to have fun. We want to bring that fun to you guys. You may hear my dog down there. He's playing around on the deck, sniffing around, so you may hear him. But, you know, comment. Tell us what you guys like to use. Let us know what you have found that's budget friendly, works well. Because by all means, do we have it figured out? Absolutely not. This is just what works for us. You know, so many things work for different people, but this is what suits our needs where we live here in southern West Virginia. It does what we need it to do, and then some. I mean, I have just as much fun, catch plenty of fish. Now we got the thunder in the background, so we're going to have to hurry. We hope you have found this video useful. You know, I know when I went looking for these setups, I Googled, I got on the internet, I searched for what was budget friendly. I found what had good reviews. You know, I tried to get the best quality I could for my dollar, you know, without having to break the bank. And that's something that we haven't done. That's something you don't have to do. So if you found this video useful, leave a comment. Let us know what you guys use that's budget friendly. You know, and everybody's budget's different. Your budget might be 50 bucks. Your budget might be 100. It might be 150 or $200. But what is your budget friendly setup that you can use, that you can rely on day in and day out? Appreciate you guys coming along with us. We enjoy doing this and making these videos with you guys. We appreciate all the support. If you hadn't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. Let us know what you would like to see in the future, because we want to, you know, bring things that you guys like. Until next time, God bless.